And hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Oodvin. My name is Maxwell Williams. As always, I am your host, your DM, your GM, whatever you want to call me. And I play a whole bunch of cool, interesting, quirky characters, including the ghostly visage of the first general of Blazidin, Margot.
Logo. Hi everybody, my name's Sam Rinaldi, and I play Winnie Winslow, the Twilight Cleric, who is currently eating mac and cheese.
Howdy, y'all. My name is Connor McGinley, and I play, at this point, Theloy, the Modron Wizard, and Lily Pembroke, the Lunar Sorcerer. She's back. Very exciting. And she is so ready to party.
Hello everyone, I'm Dane Brancato, and I play Zephyr Windstrider, the Air Genasi College of Swords bard of the group. A little fun fact about Zephyr this week is, he can't swim well. You would think, being mostly air, that he'd be like kind of buoyant, but he just sinks. Like, he can tread for like maybe 30 seconds max.
I hate the context of that, considering we're having a beach episode.
Maybe he'll learn. Trial by fire. Aaron, it's you this time.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Hello. My name is Aaron Borden. I play the character Februm Cask, the Simic hybrid blood fighter. He can, well... Can he swim? Probably.
He has tentacles.
Well,
Tentacles.
I mean, you know, that's extra weight. I don't know.
Okay.
If that's it.
Can he swim? Anyway.
Who knows? We'll find out.
My name is Julie Risto, and I play Octavia Lagazur, the half-orc swashbuckling warlock of the group, and she can swim, but they don't learn. They specifically take excursions, like as children, to go learn how to swim, like not in the lake, because you don't want to get eaten by your patron deity. So that would be bad.
Yeah, what you gonna do?
Probably, right?
The first generation of lake folk trying to swim.
Oh shit. That would not be good.
Anyway, let's do a quick little recap before we get into tonight's episode. So our band of adventurers are a long way from Aofik, the city where they began this journey. They've been traveling together for a while in an attempt to change the world as we know it. They have collected several fragments of power called planar shards, now having 4 of them in their possession. Let's see if I get it right this time. The mechanical, the primordial, the material, and the fey. Haha.
Yeah.
I almost said elemental. It's not right. And they have also just undergone a very powerful and complex ritual to reconstitute the soul of a party member, as Lilibet Pembroke joins the party once again in all of her starry glory. But with that, the party has met a couple of new individuals, mainly Margot, a remnant of the party that started this whole complex shit show that is the Devouring. For the last several centuries, millennia, some very long time ago, she has been serving as the first general of Blazidin and supposedly has been sent to aid the party. to which the party has hesitantly accepted, without knowing the true full scale of why she's there. But that discussion with Urdusk and Amphira will have to wait just a little bit longer, as the party returns to the Twilight Grove, the sanctuary set up by Crookton, the goddess of the crescent moon on the material plane, where Brad, an NPC that the party has saved weeks and weeks ago, has set up a big old party to welcome back the return of Lily and at the successful acquisition of the mechanical shard. So with that, we open back up right as Feloy is preparing to help everyone get into their swimsuits, using some seeming magic in order to make a quick and easy costume change. But I will turn that over to you on what y'all want to do. There is a spread of appetizers. We're talking like there's a full-on like fruit volcano that's been created.
Amazing.
As well as like there's a chocolate fountain. There's
Yes!
a big old like
I was gonna
nacho
ask.
platter. There are several different like activities and games that have been set up. And Brad kind of like he's still in a swimsuit, but he's got this like black tailcoat on and is holding a little towel over his arm.
Good.
Prepared to wait on the party and play host for everyone's beach episode. So, what would you all like to do?
Does anyone want to explain what their beach fit is? Has anyone thought that far ahead? Or just me?
Why don't
No
you
clue.
start?
No
Okay.
clue.
Ooh, I should change the music.
So, I probably need to add music. So, Zephyr is probably wearing, like, I'd say black swim trunks with maybe red accents on them. The same, like, color of his scarf. But he's got a like, dark blue and light blue kind of mixed Hawaiian shirt that's just open in the front. And that it's got nice little, like, intricate designs wrapped around it, but he would definitely be the swim trunks and Hawaiian shirt fit.
He's already dressed like a dad.
Yeah. Al's not here, someone's got to do it.
I imagine Februm would be in just regular swim trunks with probably a custom fitted like what are those called? The like the t-shirts you would wear in the water.
Yeah.
Like a UV protectant shirt.
Yeah, with like, you know, some extra holes in the back.
I love that.
As to cover some of the scars that are on his back and stuff.
There's the arm and there's the eye.
Yeah.
Gosh.
The classic 6-hole tee.
Of course.
I love
Winnie's is. I'm gonna say hers is a 2-piece. She's got just like a simple like pop on, but like it's one of those like one armed ones. You know what I'm talking about? Like, and it's got like a little, probably like a little like pattern on it, like on the side, probably like her mom's symbol or something like that. And then they're little ruffly bottoms, like little frilly bottoms.
Yeah, I guess Octavia's just like Feloy makes these outfits for everyone. Octavia's outer layer just comes off. She's already like half dressed in her bikini. So she's got like, if you've seen the art of her most recent outfit, which you should join the Discord. First of all, second of all, it's a bikini top, strapless. It's red with like blue embroidered wave patterns, and it ties around the front. And she probably looks like down at herself. She's like, and just goes to continue. She's checking on her car. For those who do not remember, the Tidestrider saw some scuffs, so she's looking at her baby.
I have NPC ideas if people want to hear them as well.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We still got another Lily
Yeah.
too.
So, Lily, do you want to go first?
No.
Okay.
I have to say I'm put in an awkward situation having to describe a woman's swimsuit, but we'll come back to it.
Touche.
Here, Amphira is going to be in a black one piece. One of the ones that's got like the gold ring, like around, like up near her chest, and she's got like big old black sun hat with sunglasses.
Yeah.
She's probably like still in her heels to an extent. Then we've got Axel is going to. It's going to be white, like satin shirt, like fully unbuttoned, with. It's not the Speedo, but it's the spandex like halfway down your thigh, like swimsuit.
A swimmer's swimsuit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, just a little shorter than that. It's not
Okay.
like a full jammer. It's like a half.
Okay.
And then Iris is probably in a like purple and pink two-piece. But she's got this like very like delicate lace like over dress that kind of flows as she walks around. What else we got there? Urdusk is not in a bathing suit.
No.
And Margot is not in a suit, but you have noticed that like an outer coat has come off, and she's starting to like pull out instruments.
Mm.
Oh.
Concerning.
I like the idea that she just has a hat now.
She's got like just a little like
Everything else identical, but there's a hat now.
it's like a straw hat that she's put on. That's got like a little like death lily on the side.
Yeah.
With just like hints of red in the center.
Oh, that's fun.
What other NPCs there? We've got Alessander. Is he gonna? I think Alexander walks up behind Octavia while she's like under the car, like working on things.
She's like underneath.
He's
They probably have one of those carts, and he just like pulls it out.
he's rocking full speedo.
You know what? He would. He has the confidence for it.
Yeah.
It's one of those things of like Octavia, like you know by his expression that he's kind of doing it for you. Like he's more than comfortable to like put on like board shorts or like something like that, but like he's showing off a little bit and like purposely gets your attention to like be like, this looks good, right? Or this looks good, right?
Yeah.
He's still emaciated.
No, he's actually like recovered pretty well at this point.
Okay.
Good.
Filled back out. He's definitely like, honestly, it's probably like helped his figure if not more because now he's cut.
Hey.
Hey.
She I'd say she hears him like cough, and she like pulls out like she like, awkwardly scrambles out from underneath the car, like pops her head up, and she's like, she goes to be like, yes. Oh.
He's doing one of those like.
Yeah, absolutely. She's kind of like, she's like, yes, hi.
Do you need a hand?
I could.
He'll hang
So
out with you for a
hi.
while.
Yeah, she's such a dork. As soon as it like comes to him, she's just such a dork.
And I think Crookton's even gonna get in the mood a little bit.
yeah.
She's got a big old hat where half of it's down and the other half is like tapered up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's totally her vibes.
And she's wearing this like black like shawl almost that just like shimmers every time she moves with this like purple
So cool.
iridescence.
Ooh. Mom. Yes, ma'am.
Well, you know, I've been told that I'm quite the looker from time to time.
Yeah, Mom, love the confidence. You're great.
And I think that's all the NPCs that are there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. We love to see.
So, yeah, I'm deciding that Lily would probably have like a one-piece suit, but it's one of those that like kind of curves in the middle, so it's like, you know,
Yeah.
it's like a bikini, but it's like not, but it's like attached still.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably still like, I think she's just a sucker for the star thing now, so
Heck
everything
yeah.
is like navy blue with stars on it.
Aw.
Dude, I love that. That fits her vibe perfectly.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. Party approved.
Party approved.
Ugh, now I gotta draw it.
Yay!
Dang,
Sigh.
Lily.
We're all at town.
Dang.
Already doing it.
So,
Yeah, I think they're
I'm
all just
probably
vibing. Octavia for sure like does want to focus on the card. She actually talks to Al, who is not here tonight, but she talks to Al about the possibility of extending the Tide Strider. Maybe there's some help they can get from Feloy once he's doing better.
Can we get a sidecar?
We did joke about it, but I do like the idea that Alexander walks up in a Speedo and Octavia has this reaction, and then Al walks up in a Speedo.
Ah!
Oh,
That's
I
so
love
funny! No!
The exact same one, too.
No!
It's not the exact same one.
They're
One of us is
identical.
gonna have to change.
Make it or show the difference between these two pictures. It's the same picture.
I feel like Al's would be yellow for some reason.
I was
Yeah, I
thinking
wonder
yellow
why.
too. Like go-
I was thinking
gold and
gold.
Gold
shiny.
banana
Yeah,
hair.
It's like,
Like a
luminescent,
shiny-
like, when it moves,
Yeah.
yeah, like the light bounces
It's
off
actually his armor.
Alessandra's
It's
is
just another
dark.
armor form.
That makes sense.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Alexander's got like a simple black. It's maybe
Yeah.
got like a little stripe on the side. Al is walking over like armored Speedo.
Bro is
Yeah,
glowing.
Octavia's
Good.
like, she'd called him over earlier, and now she's like preoccupied. She's like, oh, Al,
Oh, wow.
oh,
Oh, and he's
that
missing a leg.
yeah.
He's got a prosthetic.
metal
Like
one.
he's
Yeah.
still got like the one leg of armor. Well, he's- I think He's still got. He does technically still have both of like. He's got supports on both legs.
The Speedo
Well,
is just part
one
of the
leg and then
metal
one
armor.
full.
Tommy's like that, and he's like, I know the leg is a bit off-putting.
No,
I know.
no. It's not that. I'm just, so much of you.
Thank you.
She
What
just
big
like
eyes you have.
yeah, she's like her eyes if she looks at him, because for the start she like takes one glance and is like, oh my god. And if she does look at him, she makes very intense eye contact. Like, yes, Al. Wow. I would really like some help with the thought of like extending the Tide Strider. But we don't have to do that during the party. We can discuss that later. But I just want you to be thinking about it, and then with Feloy and You know, Alessandra, do you want to go walk down the beach? Do you want to just walk in a
Oh,
different direction?
Alexander's like, oh, yeah, yes, of course.
After you, and she will like offer her arm a little ridiculously.
Huh?
Whoop, they're gone.
So I don't want to talk about too much because Drew's not here. I don't want to make too many assumptions or anything, but I do feel like Alexander is like, I couldn't take my eyes off it. As soon as like walking away.
I feel like Drew would approve.
We'll have him make a D10 roll later.
Oh, I'm
He
wheezing.
did a D10 roll earlier, I think, and it like rolled pretty high.
Yeah, I think
Hot
so.
damn.
It was like at least an 8.
Good God! Yeah, Octavia made very intense eye contact, and as soon as it turned away, her walking got like steadily faster.
Oh my god.
Yep, that's Octavia.
Yeah. What's everyone else doing?
I have to put it out there because this is probably like the first thing Lily notices. She is enamored by this fabric. She has never used fabric like this ever. Because they don't make like this like
The spandex.
water-resistant stretchy fabric.
Oh,
And she's like, what is this? How did they make this?
Aw, that's so cute.
Well, it's just something us casks have worked on for a little bit here and there. It's kind of hard to go out and swim in public without, stitching and stuff being shown. So we like to cover it up.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to go out and swim. I've
Well,
never
yes,
seen a body of water that I could swim in, to be honest.
that's true. I suppose we really only had the Silent Lake.
Oh, there's rivers.
So
There
There was
That's true.
the Evergreen had freshwater areas, and there was a shallow but like fairly large pond in the shadow. Which is where Februm probably would have learned to swim if he ever did that, but the shadows also, like, y'all were students, so you got free passes back and forth, but the shadow isn't usually open to like the general public.
That makes sense.
Let me rephrase that. Wasn't usually generally open.
Now it's open to anyone.
Yeah, now anyone can go in there.
Fair game. It's
Damn
not really a
girl.
shadow anymore, but
It might be.
More of a smoldering pit, but
Aw.
Zephyr kind of shivers hearing their conversation, and I don't know if Winnie's with him, but he's gonna look at the
She probably
person
is.
who's next to him and just go, in my part of town they had a really big like wooden tub that they filled with water and taught kids to swim, and my sister threw me in. I didn't swim.
Oh. I was about to say that's good because that means you learned fast, but that doesn't sound like.
I sank fast.
I mean, that's what my dad did. I just got thrown in, but I mean, I had to learn that way. I mean,
She
I could
said,
throw
"Sink
you
or
in.
swim," and I. What?
Like you could jump in with me. I guess is what I meant. I can't lift you. Not that I would throw you in any. The point being, I can help you swim.
Okay,
you want.
you know, you gotta learn sometime.
Yeah.
And like, hold on, his hands are shaking a little.
Aw. Wait, what the?
I have only rolled 3s, both in the vibe check and trying to like fix the fact that I rolled 2 3s back to back. I've now rolled 5 3s back to back.
That's ridiculous. Put
Yeah,
your
the
dice in
odds are-
jail.
Astronomical.
Put your dice
Out
in
of-
jail.
Out of what now? That was a D20?
Yeah. That's a
Oh.
lot.
And what was the roll?
3. Oh,
Like
just now?
Yeah.
Just to see how nervous he is.
Sorry, I keep getting this call from my phone and I don't know who the hell it is.
I'll stop calling.
It
That's my
said like
bad.
it said like spam, and so I just like pressed hang up, and they called back like again.
But yeah,
Anyway.
Zephyr will he'll agree, but his hands are shaking a little.
Aw.
He doesn't want to look like an idiot.
Baby.
Aw. Let me see if I've got something.
Maybe.
Is there a?
Okay,
Oh wait.
you know what, I'll-
He's
I'm
got
sorry.
water breathing because of the trident.
Yeah.
The trauma.
And he's
I'll be
an
right
air
back. This
genasi,
person's
so
calling me
hold his
again.
breath
I'll be right back.
indefinitely. That's awesome.
You'll be fine.
Oh
Well,
yeah, he doesn't. know
Lily's
that, but-
Lily's trying it out too.
Lily's gonna
Swimming?
swim as well.
Yeah, of course.
Heck yeah.
Febrim's just Febrim.
The only
When you're
body
just
of
gonna be
water that
teaching
she's been
people.
exposed
Yeah.
to has probably been heavily polluted, given where she was raised.
No.
So
There was the one time that we were all on boats.
Yeah, but nobody went in.
That's true,
Mhm. Except for
except Winnie.
I think one person swam alongside the boat. I feel like I remember.
No,
that.
Winnie fell off because
that's
Zephyr
right.
and Octavia were racing.
Yeah, and Zephyr did a bad.
No, I didn't do a bad.
Whoa.
You cut us off, and Winnie failed the
Whoa.
deck save.
Zephyr did a bad. I was having the time of my
I
life.
saved her. Oh, it's up to 10 willing creatures. I'm definitely gonna do that then.
What?
Water breathing.
yeah,
Yeah.
24
I should
hours.
ask while we have a moment. Does
Mhm.
Octavia ever feel like she gets her weapon back, or not really?
Have you gone in the water?
I've not. So I was just curious.
gonna have to come back to the party then.
Yeah.
You know there is an easy
Mhm.
way to
There is.
contact your patron.
You know what? I'm gonna do that when we get back from our walk.
Beautiful.
So we can postpone that for other people's conversations.
Febrim, Lily, you guys want to go swimming too? I heard someone say something about that.
Yeah,
Sure.
Do you,
isn't it exciting?
do you guys know how to swim?
It's like water, and you can and she kind of puts her hand in and like splashes it around a little bit. You can do this.
Should also note that there is like a little like floating pier that they've put in. Like just connects to the shoreline and then goes out good like 50 feet. So you could like dive off the edge of the pier. But this is also like though it's wading depth for a bit. So like even like 15, 20 feet out, it's only up to your waist. And it is like crystal clear, like dark water. A lot of like the pictures that you get from those very like picturesque mountain lakes that have kind of like a rocky bottom. Like everything is like very smooth, very pebbly. The beach itself is a like very dark fine sand. Yeah. As people start approaching the water, Brad will come over with his towel, and he go, "So yeah, did anyone need like floaties or anything? Because I've got some like arm floaties
Take
if
some.
people need them." Fantastic,
We could take a
fantastic.
couple to start out, yes.
Here you go. Yes. Also have life jackets if people are feeling a little bit more that speed.
Actually, you know what? Can I do that instead? Can we switch? I don't know.
Yeah, it just like limits your motion a lot more. But yeah, here you go.
Thank you. You know, I'll
You-
hold on to both. I want to feel real safe. You know.
Just Does Brad have
She's gonna
pool
walk over to
noodles?
Zephyr. She goes, which one do you want?
Yeah, I have a selection of noodles and floaties as well. If you have, I have like this one that looks kind of like a lawn chair. You can just kind of like lay in it.
This one's shaped like a pineapple.
Yeah, and then like this one's a dolphin, and this one's a crocodile. But they're not real. They're just like inflatables.
Crocodile! I want the crocodile. I'll take that. I'm not
that's
actually using these. These are for Zephyr, but I'll take the crocodile.
What?
Oh yeah, here you go. Right?
What?
Yes.
What?
What? I got you the stuff. So you could. I mean, I was gonna cover and say that I was gonna use them, but then the crocodile came out, and I can't have 3 floaties. That's like unrealistic. So I had to say that you were using the other ones. But you know, I mean, I'll keep 2 of them. But so do you want like? I mean, you can have the crocodile if you want the crocodile. But I also have the floaties and the life jacket if you want.
You can have the crocodile. I'll just like
Yes!
hang on to the side if I need it.
So do you want the life jacket or do you want the floaties? These ones can go on your arms, or you can wear the life jacket. That looks a little less rigid. It looks more responsible. But Brad said that this limits your movement. So
Brad, do the pool noodles float, or like do the noodle things float?
no, they
You turn back around, and Brad has now donned a whistle, red shorts, and he's got a lifeguard floaty, as well as a little fanny pack.
Does he have a little
Good.
sunscreen on his
Yeah,
nose?
and there's still a little like sunscreen on the tip of his nose. He's like,
So good.
yeah, so like the pool noodles will like keep you up, but it's like not recommended if you don't know how to swim, because you could lose that and then start panicking. But it'll like work for you.
I'm gonna take the pool noodle. That's what you
Sweet,
said they were
sweet.
called?
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, they're like little
cool
foam
noodle.
noodles. And you can like sit on it or like put it under your arms. I wouldn't suggest trying to stand on it at first. That can be a little tricky. It takes some practice.
I love
I
Brad.
love lifeguard Brad. Zephyr's gonna do that, but he's quickly gonna turn around. And I'm sure people are gonna be able to see this anyway. But he like flicks his wrist, pulls out the trident, slams it on the ground real quick, and casts water breathing on everyone in the area just to be safe, but mainly himself.
nice.
Quality.
And yeah, he takes one pool noodle.
Two pool noodle?
One pool noodle.
One pool noodle.
You take one pool noodle.
One pool noodle. Fantastic.
Dumb bit.
It's just nice.
Alrighty. So are you underarming it?
Yeah, he's gonna like wrap it around
Yeah.
to start. And if that doesn't work, he'll try and make it a seat.
Yeah, like wrapping around is pretty easy. You just hold on to it.
I think noticing that you casted water breathing, you look out into the lake, and you don't see Februm. Well, I guess the water is clear, so you would see Februm, just kind of like snorkeling-esque underwater, and just his eye stalk is like sticking out of the water.
Like
my
a
God.
submarine.
Just
Oh,
That's
that was
so
like
it, like-
instantaneous. When did he?
it like
did anyone
it like
see him get
locks
in there?
on. It'll like lock onto Zephyr, and a little tentacle will pop up and wave, and then go back down.
Did anyone see him get in there? Like that was like immediate. I just got ready to jump in. And swim.
Mhm.
So you guys want to swim?
Come on, Zephyr.
Yeah.
Come on.
You can go on. You can sit. You can sit on the gator with me if you want.
Zephyr.
No, share with the class what you did.
I love how you knew. Zephyr is gonna just throw himself into the water.
Okay. You
Do I
jump
have
into
to roll
the.
to hold on to the noodle.
I am gonna probably need a strength save to hold on to the noodle. It is not a high DC.
Can we go for 6? Okay, that was an 18.
Yeah, perfectly fine. There is a moment there though where you go in and you're holding onto the noodle, and because you're holding onto it like kind of like this, you flip backwards and your head dips underwater, and there's a moment of panic where you think that you're gonna breathe in all the water before you realize you can breathe in the water, and it is perfectly fine. But you flip back up. There's a little bit of flailing, but eventually you kind of get your bearings, and with the fear of not being able to drown out of the way, it's not too bad. And the water is it's like a little chilly, but like as soon as you get in, your body gets adjusted to it, and it starts feeling pretty good. There's like a slight wave, but it only really like crests or does anything like within the first 20 feet of shore. So when you're out on the floating dock, the water's pretty still, just like a light breeze.
Woody, I'm not dying.
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
You're doing it. See? You just had to throw
Lily,
yourself in
throw
there.
yourself in, and you won't die.
You got it.
All
Zephyr,
right.
do you want up here, or you doing good in there? Do you want me to come in there? Nicole?
Up here, like in the water, or like on the crocodile.
Do you want on the croc?
Or aren't you gonna be on the croc?
Yeah, I'm on it right now. But I can scoot. My boot.
Wait a minute.
Winnie,
over.
I have to know if you did the thing where you take both
did.
handles
Yeah, she
and you
did.
jump out, and there's this moment you hit a little hard.
Yeah.
You're like, ooh.
Yeah, she did. I knew exactly what you were gonna ask before you said it. Yeah. Because originally she was like, I don't want to get wet, and then she's like, this is the best way to do it, and then it splashed up around her, and she was like, ah!
And then, it hit and goes boom, boom.
Boom, boom.
I rolled because I like rolling to see if Zephyr would hold on to the noodle, as he's floating there, trying to adjust. And I rolled a nat 1, so he definitely let go of the noodle and is now barely hanging on to the crocodile, Titanic style.
I'll never let go.
The crocodile
noodle
is
kinda just floats
shifting.
away.
It's just floating farther into the lake.
Yeah,
Well, bye.
maybe closer to Februm. I don't know.
Februm, swim us back! Swim us back!
This back.
Winnie, can I hang here for a minute, please?
Yeah?
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. You doing okay?
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. She's gonna get off the crocodile and hang in there with you.
Aw, that's cute.
You're each holding on to a handle near the
Yeah.
front.
Winnie tried to tell him how to tread water.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that magic's a thing, so like, I could very easily just get Zephyr out of the water at any time.
Levitate him.
Exactly, but like this
Levitate.
is more fun.
Float.
Doesn't
You could
make
also
good for a
just
story.
walk on the bottom if you don't know how to swim at this point.
That
Yeah.
too,
Because you're
yeah.
water breathing.
Yeah.
There's
I
just no
like though that he's
consequence,
panicking.
Yeah.
Like
I love
in no
for
danger of
multiple
drowning.
reasons. Yeah.
Yeah.
but He just doesn't want to look
Whatsoever.
like he can't swim. But at this point, like everyone knows he can.
Yeah, it's kind of moot by now.
So nice nice water, am I right, guys?
Excuse me.
It-
Yes.
It's just
It's
Winnie
great.
with you.
That's
And Brett, because Brad is on the
That's
dock,
funny.
standing there with whistle in his mouth, like arms around his big floaty. Um,
I don't know what Zephyr would say here. He probably like try and do some dumb small talk, like so we won the fight, right? Pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. That was really cool. You good?
I'm okay. I'm new at this.
Uh-huh. At the dating thing or at the swimming
Yes.
thing? That's okay. It is pretty cool that you won them. Oh,
Yeah. No
Did I
one
tell
died
you-
long time.
long time. Did I tell you about the whole be normal thing?
No. You said something about like your hair was blue now and
yeah.
that you didn't have the devouring, which is
Yeah.
amazing, which is like so cool. And he goes to do 2 thumbs up and sinks and immediately like splashes, like climbs back onto the
Oh my
crocodile.
gosh.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like water, which is like awesome, but what happened? Why
Oh,
is
well.
your hair blue?
You know the phrase "you win some, you lose some."
Yes.
Well, in order to win health, I lost divinity.
So you're like not a demigod anymore, but
Technically, the
that
god
makes
is
things
still my
really
mom.
confusing.
I'm not like a deity. I'm
Oh,
just-
okay. So
I'm
you don't
just
like
Winnie
have the
before
power.
all the dumb stuff happened.
He make the same mistake twice. I feel like he would. I
Nice.
feel like that's. No, he's gonna do it, but worse. So you're like back to normal now, and he kind of like. You could tell he kind of gets a little bit emotional about that. He's been trying for a while to help Winnie get rid of the devouring. That was like his motivation because he felt so guilty about her falling. That he goes to like hug her and then realizes that realizes that they're in the water and pulls them both under.
She like grabs onto the float and like pulls them both up, and she's like,
My bad.
Yeah,
No,
we'll hug on
sorry.
land.
Yep. Yeah.
We'll hug on land.
Look,
My bad.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's amazing though.
Yeah.
I'm. So you're back, like, all the way.
Mhm.
That's
It
the
is
best
kind of-
news anyone could have gotten. That, and we brought Lily back, so I think it's just an absolute win.
Me too. I was a little nervous about losing the whole divinity thing, to be honest with you.
You didn't need
So,
it.
no. I mean, I
Crazy
think
strong
I'll still
without
be
it,
helpful.
You were crazy strong with it, you'll be crazy strong without it. That's not gonna change.
Thanks. Want to kick this skater back to land? That's stupid, but do you want to?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'd like to touch ground.
Okay. Then we'll go back to the.
Make your way back to the beach. Februm, you doing anything specifically with your snorkeling or looking for anything or?
I suppose he's gonna look to see if there's like, are there fish in the water? Are there other creatures, plants?
There's-
plenty of fish in the sea.
There's a lot of like, especially as you get away from the dock and kind of farther out. There is a lot of like very colorful fish and marine life. In a very strange way. So you're seeing like tropical fish with like mountainous fish, like all kind of like piled in together, and they all seem to be kind of living harmoniously. Even like there is one point, especially as you're getting pretty deep, there are a couple of different sharks that start swimming past. If you get out to kind of the center, you realize that it gets very deep very quickly. You cannot see the bottom as you get out near the middle of the lake. But you do see like just like the top of like a giant whale as it kind of dips back down into the dark abyss of the bottom of this lake.
Yeah, I think he'll kind of look around, take note of the wildlife, whatever else he finds before heading back to Lily.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I missed a little bit there. But I would say Lily probably casts Alter Self, just to simplify this process. That gives her basically swimming adaptations. So there's like webbing between her fingers, and she has like gills along her neck. And she just starts going. She starts swimming like a natural because she's cheating.
I guess in that case, would she be up exploring the lake?
I think you go first, and then she casts the spell, and then you see her like swimming to you.
Y'all are both out in the water together. Like pretty far out. Winnie and Zephyr stayed right by the dock, with the alligator floaty. But the two of y'all have taken a little bit more of a snorkeling approach. Did you want to go deeper?
No, Lily has no fear because she can breathe and swim in the water, so she's good.
I think we'll go explore deeper.
Yeah.
He'll. I do have telepathy, so we'll be talking telepathically with each other.
Nice.
It does get pretty dark, so you're gonna need some kind of like light spell probably as you go down deeper.
That's like my whole entire thing.
Lily was made for this.
Lily, what does your magic look like
Connor's
now?
been specking from beach episode?
I feel like it's not that different. I think it's maybe not as intense. She makes light, but it's a very like soft light. It's not like a car headlight type thing. It's just like, oh, it's just a nice like soft LED bulb that's inside, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So when she casts light, it's just gentler. It's kind of the same energy, just a bit more pure, I guess.
Yeah.
I think she
As-
grabbed like a shell from like the bottom of like where it's a little shallower and she can reach stuff, and makes it glow and kind of just holds it out in front of her with light.
Yeah, as y'all get deeper, the creatures begin to get larger. All very docile. Even the creatures that would normally be predators in this kind of case are like very content. They all kind of look at you with an intelligence. Don't know. I think Philo hinted at it. But many of these creatures are awakened. So they have a sense of intelligence and a sense of self.
I think probably with the encounter with Ned eating things, that would have been clarified.
Mm-hmm. So while they don't necessarily communicate with you, they like some of them start putting on like a little bit of a show. There are definitely some like actual dolphins that start like showing off. The shark behind you rolls its eyes. There's maybe only one close to fearful moment when a giant squid kind of comes out of nowhere and its tentacles like reach up, very similar to the Silanavni. But it is much smaller and it's more of a dark pink in color. But it kind of swims past. And if you go deep enough, there's a moment where it is just like the two of you in this watery, dark void that is very reminiscent of imagery that you both just experienced. Just a single starlight in Lily's hand, lighting up as things kind of shimmer in the distance.
She looks to Februm and like telepathically. You know, it's really crazy being erased from existence basically for a little bit.
Yeah, I don't really know if I could sympathize with you on that. I don't believe it's a trait that a lot of people can share. Truly a one-of-a-kind experience.
It gives you time to think and look at everything. And how sometimes everything looks like a lot and sometimes it looks like this. And everything that we're doing is kind of small. But when it's the only light there, it's just something really special.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely a lot to take in with just a little bit of inspiration per se.
You know, you're kind of like that light. Like this.
What do you mean?
Well, sometimes I look around and I see a lot of things, and sometimes I look around and I just see you.
That's a word. I think he says that in his mind, forgetting that it's telepathy, and he's like, you know, I felt the same. There has been those moments where, similar to that moment that we shared before fully resurrecting, that it's just us. Those are some of my favorite moments.
Yeah. She looks around and gets a little closer to you. Do you ever feel uncomfortable around me?
Uncomfortable? No. I suppose, uncomfortable in, nervousness, perhaps. But I wouldn't say any bad sort of uncomfortable, I suppose.
I think somewhere in the middle of that explanation, she kisses you.
Yeah.
And she goes, "We'll have to work on it then."
This'll all get easier with time, I'm sure.
Everything gets easier with time. Especially, and she just swims back a little bit, when you have the infinite time of being eliminated from existence. That's all the time in the world.
You must have thought about quite a lot while you were in space.
Wouldn't you like to know? And she starts swimming back.
I can't wait to hear all about it.
Amazing. As y'all swim back to the shore, Lily having a bit of a head start, the light kind of begins to fade in the distance, especially with her adaptations. Lily is a quick swimmer.
Mm.
Octavia.
Yes.
Is there anything that you and Alexander talk about on your little beach stroll?
No way. I was thinking about this. Okay, so they're walking, right, and it's just like nice, pleasant silence, and then just out of nowhere. So I turned into a dragon.
Alexander stops moving. Starts walking again. I guess that's pretty on par.
You would think. Yes,
How was it?
giant. Interesting. Giant purple. Lots of. Do dragons scream? No, they roar. Roars.
Oh yes.
Gravitational energy. Very convenient. For defeating a giant construct monster and a crazy bitch trying to ascend to godhood. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. That does seem like a lot.
Yep. It was interesting. I will probably have to do it again, but we'll see. So I just wanted to warn you, before I stab myself and then jam a shard into my thigh and then turn into a dragon again.
I'm sorry, I feel like we skipped that part. You did what?
I turned into a dragon, and then she walks a little faster.
Okay, but that's not what you just... Octavia,
Yes.
you have to take care of yourself. You know that, right?
Oh, yes, of course, but like, I just felt like it wouldn't work unless I was met some certain requirements, and that I hadn't had it while I was feeling not good enough, and I promise I will take care of myself.
Understood.
Yes, also, did I tell you I have a thing with the Silanovni? Like, we chat, we're cool.
I feel like you've mentioned something in passing. Possibly. I was pretty looped up
Nope.
earlier.
Completely understandable. A lot of it kind of felt like a fever dream. Anyways, I should probably... Oh, yes, and, the refugees
His
kind of
ball?
had a bit of... Huh?
And you just keep going. I'm just...
Yeah. I'm sorry. There's a lot to talk about. The refugees on the island, Rutha sent Eclipse members after them, so I gave my patron weapon to my uncle. I didn't even know I could do that. I just
went for it.
Yeah, it was really last minute, and I wanted to try and give them the fighting chance that they deserved.
He is gonna, like, take a step in towards you, and he, like, takes his finger through your hair and tucks it behind one of your ears. Stares at you, like, dead in the eyes. He's just a little taller than you, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, just barely.
Yeah.
It's bothered her for years.
You are marvelous, Octavia.
Her face goes bright red all the way up to the tips of her ears.
Mm-hmm.
You are very good, too.
I think we finally found your weakness.
What? I don't have a weak... What are you talking about?
Oh. And he's gonna, like... He'll get, like, right up next to your face, like, cheek to cheek, so that he's whispering into your ear. Are you absolutely positive? You have no weaknesses.
This is a leading question, and I demand a proper trial or something to defend my honor.
Then he's gonna like grab you by the waist and pull you up against him. Trial by combat, maybe?
Are you challenging me?
Oh. Only if you let me lose.
I will actively kick your ass. And I think they scuffle for a bit on the beach.
A little wrestle.
Yeah, absolutely, like they used to, except now it's cuter.
I feel like it does end with, of course, Alessander on his back.
Yeah, like usual.
And he'll prop himself up on his elbows. Kiss me.
Are you ordering me around? The one who's on his back?
Do you not want to?
Shut up. And she absolutely does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're cute.
Yeah.
And she like kind of pulls back. She's like, I'll never get used to that. In the best way.
new experiences each and every day.
Speaking of new experiences, and she's like, I should probably see what's happening, just to make sure, and maybe get my weapon back. I have no idea. But that means I need to submerge myself and drown, kind of. Don't worry, it's fine. And she like helps him up.
You just told me how you stabbed yourself, turned into a dragon, fought a mechanized being, killed the leader of the Eclipse, as well as transferred a packed weapon over to your uncle, who is defending an island full of civilians from devouring infected cultists. I don't think this is going to top any of that.
Great. I wouldn't want to scare you.
Alexander's like, I'm pretty sure you, like, almost killed me, so we're good.
You know what? That's super fair. Very, very fair. She's gonna help him up, but then she's gonna kind of wade out into the water, and she's like, yeah, it'll be a short time. I can only last for so long. I'll be right back.
I'll be waiting right here.
She just kind of like wades out until it starts getting deeper, and then she just kind of like awkwardly like waves, and then
Oh, you cut off. I heard waves and then nothing else.
She awkwardly waves and then like submerges herself.
Sweet. There is like a cut off point at like 25 to like 30 feet out. It goes from like very gradual, steady to like trench.
She just seemed like it's kind of Looney Tunes where she like waves under the water.
And you submerge underwater. You kind of close your eyes, inhaling the water into you, and open them to be greeted by a massive yellow eye, unblinking, staring at you. Yes, my champion.
I asked a boon from you earlier. Is it still needed?
And the eye kind of like wanders up. They should be fine for now. The attacks have subsided.
There was a woman, the people who attacked the city, their leader. We slew her. She wished to ascend to godhood. Of course, we couldn't let that happen.
If only you had feasted on her.
I'm sorry, what?
Sorry. Daydreaming. Would you like your weapon back?
Yes, that is the reason for my asking. There will be more foes up ahead, and I will probably need its help if I'm to be of use to my companions.
Of course. It was your boon, and it shall return to you. There's this like little electrical pulse through the water. Yeah, and your blade returns to you.
Sick. Can it be seen from like above? That pulse as her blade returns.
Maybe by Alexander, but you're a little too far down the beach.
A little
for
too
anyone else.
far. Yeah. I just think that's cool. Is like you get the top-down view of it, like boom, going back.
Actually, I like to think that Alexander sees at lightning speed a sword drop from the air and just into the water.
That's really
And
funny.
it doesn't splash at all, though.
No, it just like cuts into the water. He's sitting on the beach, just like he's like making a little sandcastle. He's like he's done the thing where like he like put a whole bunch of sand together, has packed it down, and is using his blade to kind of carve it. And like there's just a little like flash from the side, and he goes. Goes back to
So
making his
funny.
sandcastle.
Yeah, Octavia kind of like it like floats in front, like it goes super fast and then floats in front of her, and she just reaches out to grab it, and she feels like the electricity course through her body. Not in a way that's bad, but the power returns to her.
It's just like all your muscles kind of tighten.
Mm-hmm. The tense from the electrical current. And she like kind of holds it close to her chest. Thank you, Selenovny.
There is no thanks required. It is I who should be thanking you.
And I think with that, she shoots back to the surface.
Gasping for air.
Yeah, absolutely heaving. Maybe just like some like inky water just like dripping out of her mouth, like.
It is not pretty.
No, it's really gross. Like
There's like a little like
imagine-
snot with it too, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh god.
Yeah, you would imagine like it would be like the mermaid, like Ariel breaching the ocean, like super pretty. No, it's like
Coughing
Oh,
up
God.
water and like
Yeah,
little
she's,
bits
like,
of ink and
she's crying like ink, and she's like, "Ugh, that
Do you-
does not get easier."
do you need any help? This doesn't seem great.
No, I said it was fine. I'm fine. She's like has to stop to cough. She like drags herself up onto the beach and like flies on her back, like just kind of limp. She like turns and looks. She's like, "That's a nice sandcastle. You make that?"
Yes, I've just been working on it while you're there. It's like a nice. It's like it's like 2 stories. It's got like just a little twig with a piece of cloth for a flag.
Wow, that's very nice. Very nice.
Thank you, of course.
Hey,
Sorry, I just need a moment.
Hey, Winnie. I can't help but feel like I forgot to give someone water breathing.
Oh no! See, Octavia can breathe in the water. That's the thing. Is when she contacts the
Oh.
Selenovny, the water starts filling her lungs.
Oh, okay.
It's part of the
It's
contact.
I
part
think
of
it's so funny that
contacting
he would
him.
say that.
Yeah, it's just like I
She
feel
was
like somebody
definitely too
didn't
far
get-
when he cast it.
Yeah,
I feel like
feel like-
someone didn't get it.
just conveniently. I love
Yeah.
that.
I'll
Yeah,
probably be
she-
fine.
She like takes a second to like breathe, and then she like, okay, I think I'm good. I got it back. Yay!
Fantastic! Woohoo!
It's like, can you carry me? I'm sorry. I'm like that takes a lot out of me.
Oh yes, of course.
Fireman carry.
All right, let's go.
Dead body.
I think Alexander would, just for like the shits and giggles of it.
The funny.
Like he could bridal carry you, but nah, he makes the
But
active
no.
decision to throw you over his shoulder.
Yep. No.
Are you
good.
are you comfortable?
Very. Oh.
Fantastic. starts lightly jogging, so you're just like kind of bouncing a little bit.
Wait, like a flag, like we. Just for the shit of it. That's so funny. Yeah, and they go back and rejoin the group.
Lily and Februm swim back to shore. Octavia and Alexander are making their way back to the main area of the festivities. Winnie and Zephyr are on the dock. Anyone got anything? Ooh, yes.
So they come running back in. Octavia's hanging off of Alexander, and she looks at everyone. She's like, All right, you nerds, gather up. We're all doing beach volleyball.
Hey, yo, I'm down.
Yeah, there is
We're the
already
team
a court prepared. Off to the side. Yeah. It was like I don't have anything officially written down, but do we want to like
Yeah.
Yes.
maybe play a little round
Yeah.
and figure it out? So I think like Zephyr is correct. Who are our team
so
captains?
How we doing this? We doing shirts versus skins, guys versus gals, couples? How we doing this?
I don't care. I just want to kick your ass.
Well, it can't be couples because it's 3 and 3, right?
It would
Well,
be
yeah,
3
that's
and
why I'm
3.
saying like we divide. And
You
then
know
it's, like,
what?
each team is 3 members of like 1 from each couple.
That'd just be male and female.
It could be. I mean, or we could just do or we could just do.
Men versus women might be
Divide.
kind of fun.
Sure.
What do you say,
Okay.
ladies? Do you think she gets halfway through her sentence and Lily's like, "Okay."
I'm getting
Alright.
a drink first.
Absolutely.
I feel
Wait,
like that puts us at a disadvantage. February.
Brad, can we get some drinks over here before we start, please?
Oh, of
It's not
course,
just us
yeah,
two.
yeah. I got you.
No,
He
yeah,
like
but I mean, like they've got Lily.
specific orders. Anyone?
Lily's scary.
I take
Someone
Take a
one
Mai
team
Tai?
has to have Lily.
Mai Tai. Got it. Yeah. Anyone else?
I don't know. I
I
never got specific drinks. I just got ones with fruit and stuff.
Fruity.
get a pina
Gotcha.
colada.
Of course.
I'm used to drinks with spells in them. So just surprise me with whatever.
Potion.
Yeah.
Cool.
I would
Cool.
also like something fruity.
Fruity spells Mai Tai.
Zephyr, you're for
I was gonna say Lily already looks at
What
him and she's like, I knew
fruity
it.
enough for the rest of us.
Good.
I'll take a
Mhm.
drink shot, please. For you.
What?
Of course. Yeah. Haven't made one of those in a while. Let's do it. Yeah, and he will come back with all your drinks. They are definitely doubles.
Nice.
They've
nice.
been well crafted to cover the flavor as much as possible.
Yeah.
What does Alexander get?
Probably something tequila based, to be honest.
Tequila, we're thinking.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think he's a tequila guy. If not, just like a straight margarita, maybe like a
Yeah. He does like a blackberry margarita.
heck yeah,
Mm-hmm.
very on brand.
That feels right. Yeah. Everyone's got their drink. The court is set up 3v3. Okay.
Zephyr, do you have a song about this drink? It's called a pina colada. I think you might have one.
I bet I have something. Let me
Yeah, you gotta have something, right?
I feel like I've definitely heard a song. in the-
Okay. I actually haven't heard this one yet. And he taps it and he starts playing it. I feel like the message is less about pina coladas than
And getting
like,
caught in the
infidelity.
rain.
Nice.
But yeah. So we're gonna do a little bit of a roll off. So I actively encourage people to get creative.
I will be
With
casting spells.
with how
Oh, no.
with how they decide they want to hit this volleyball back and forth. I think it is only right that the couples pair off against each other for their specific roles. So we can probably have Octavia and Alexander go first. Because unless Octavia has anything planned too much, I mean, Alexander's got a little bit of fun stuff.
Yeah.
But it's probably gonna be straight decks for y'all.
Yep.
For the most part. I have an imaginment. So the two of them are going to, I think, start it off.
Got it.
So Octavia, what are you doing specifically?
Cool. I am using a luck point for when I roll. And also if the ball ever gets out of my range, I want to use lightning lure to grab it.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
So go ahead. You're gonna add your dex and your charisma to a d20 roll. No proficiency in this one, but
Okay. And then I'm using a luck point because that's yes. So I'll roll 2 dice.
It's like that scene in Top Gun.
Okay.
I bet you liked that movie, didn't you, Zephyr?
and then
You like that part, Zephyr?
It's like that scene in Top Gun where Tom Cruise used a luck point.
Shut up. You said dex and charisma modifiers?
dex and charisma to a d20 roll.
25.
Okay. And then I need you to subtract 3, because Alexander is going to use darkness to make it harder for you.
Whoa.
Good.
Let's go.
So that's a 22.
And then he will roll with dex. That is going to only get him to a 20, though. So it's pretty close. But as you see, the two roguish individuals are already starting off with some fun tricks. So that is 1 point for the girls' team.
I feel like they've played this before. If not the beach variation, at least volleyball.
It's probably
some
like
sort.
less like beach volleyball and more like it's a combination of keep away and also keep it up.
Yes.
So like it has to stay in the air while staying away from your opponent.
Yep.
So there's some pretty easily like transitional,
Translatable.
translatable strategies. Yeah.
Yep, especially with the work that they used to do, etc.
Yeah.
And when she wins, she's like, bam, like slams it into the ground. She's like, oh, my losing streak has finally broken.
It's not over yet.
That just this is personal. This lucky bastard has won so many times. I will take my win.
Or?
We're 1v1ing right now, yeah.
It's kind of playing off as like team matches, but like the couples are going head to head.
And then we gotta do a final 3v3.
Yep.
Okay.
But she will walk over and help Alexander up, and they will get off the court.
So all three of y'all are on the court. It's just like whoever's like at the front of the net is gonna make these rolls,
and we're rotating.
We'll make we'll rotate. We'll make another, and then we'll make a group roll at the end.
Cool. Yeah. So Octavia beats her matchup. Got it.
And then Lily does that thing where she like claps and slaps the ground and says, "Down and ready."
Alrighty. What Februm, Lily? What are y'all doing?
Getting
All
down
right.
and ready.
I have like
Down
at
and ready.
least 3 things I can do.
Yeah.
And almost none of them involve me actually doing it.
Thinking it might possibly help. Just to start, he's going to animate his animated shield. So it's kind of floating around him as an extra blocker.
Okay.
He is prepared to use silvery barbs if possible. And will
Like, both of y'all are gonna be
be
doing that.
actively doing like trying to read with his innate arcana what Lily might be casting. Along with that, he's going to cast Detect Thoughts.
Oh.
I
So-
employ head empty.
So I'm gonna need Lily to make a Wisdom save.
Oh, you're probing deeper?
Mhm.
That's
Well,
cool,
okay.
yeah.
So how does that work? Actually, I haven't read.
You can
through it
read my
fully.
surface level thoughts for free.
Oh, just for free? Okay, then I'll do that then.
I think. Well,
I'll
I
just
think
do that.
I'm gonna have you make the save in terms of see if Februm gets a good bonus from this. Because the surface thoughts aren't gonna give you a whole lot of time to react.
Right.
But if you can get to like what Lily is planning,
The planning, yeah.
that'll give you a little bit of a leg up. So wisdom save from Lily.
I forgot what it was.
Oh.
Awesome. 8.
That will fail.
Okay. That's what you got, Februm?
Huh?
Go ahead and make an Arcana check for me as well.
Yeah. I will do that.
Wouldn't that be wild if Max dropped something like, you probe deeper in her thoughts and you realize this isn't Lily?
That's terrifying.
That's a 28.
28. Alrighty. Lily, what do you have up your sleeve before we do any of these rolls?
What kind of deluge of information is Februm getting? Is he able to stop how much information he gets? Because she has like 3 different things on her mind.
Probably, I mean, like, it's probably just like an amalgamation of everything.
Okay.
The eye is probably helping him sort some information here and there. But he just gets like an extra little like second to react to what you're doing.
Well, in addition to what she's planning to do, she is thinking about Blazidon and the shards and that whole thing. She is thinking about her adoptive father. She's thinking about what she saw Al receive. She's thinking about getting told about what happened with this raid that happened long ago. And she's thinking about her volleyball strategy, which includes using Gust to blow the ball back at you so it doesn't come at her as hard. Using Mage Hand to effectively double probably more than double the amount of range she can cover. And even casting Hold Person should it be necessary to stop you from hitting the ball back.
Oh my gosh.
So we've got
That's awesome.
And she also thinks, gosh, it's going to be really a waste if we cast Silvery Barbs on each other, because we'll cancel them out and nothing will happen.
God, it sucks because Lily wasn't in the previous fight, so she has everything.
Yup.
Oh, and I forgot. She'll do this first, so you can see it too. She's going to cast a Chardalon Stride to increase her movement speed.
I guess technically he would, not it would matter too much, but he would be using his winged boots.
That's fine.
okay.
How I would love to just summon a fucking earth golem in this,
Oh my gosh.
but I cannot.
No spells.
All right. Februm, I need a wisdom saving throw.
Absolutely.
Oh, I
Uh,
will say, now that you have probed deeper, I do know that you did it. So she specifically like looks at you. She leans forward a little bit, offering all of this information that's on her mind. And she basically tells you not to use silvery barbs because it will be a waste of both of our spell slots.
He like sits there for a second. Is like,
That was her play all along. She actually
Oh.
cast silvery barbs.
Silvery bar- I mean, he could do it as a reaction if I did it.
Yeah.
well, since that in that case, I'm that wisdom save. But in that case, if he's not, that's not gonna do it. That's also an 8. He will use catapult.
I feel like that hurts us more than it helps us.
Yeah, it does hurt.
A good solid spike is what I'm thinking.
Alrighty. Okay. I think this is pretty evenly matched. Other than the hold person, because that's gonna be kind of detrimental. So I think Lily roll a d20, and Febron roll with disadvantage.
Okay.
What
Just
am I
to see if
rolling?
that, just a d20.
Just a d20.
Yep.
19.
8 again.
Beautiful. They so Alessander and Octavia, they have their little spout. It's a lot of like very acrobatic movements, and they do like quick little magic here and there. Octavia ends up like spiking, getting the point. They rotate around. Februm and Lily take this moment where they look at each other, and then magic just starts spouting off everywhere. Februm takes to the air,
Lily is literally fire and wind.
just like flying around, both of them. To be perfectly honest, the other 4 people are just like, they're just gonna like back up a little bit. And everything is like, it's pretty close, and it's pretty like head to head the entire time. And then Lily at the last moment gets a hold person off right at the last second. So Februm is like getting ready to bounce the ball back, and he just goes, and the ball just like goes right between his arms.
I think what happened specifically is that Februm tries to do the catapult, which does like 3d8 damage, which is not negligible. And I think she like bumps it up with the mage hand, and it destroys the mage hand because it can't take damage. And then she does hold person because she's mad at him. And she's like, "What the fuck? You could have broken my arm with that."
No, you're
Stop.
I'm
I like that his first instinct is to say no.
No, you'll be
Nuh-uh.
all right.
So that is another point for the women's team.
Oh.
Octavia holds up a hand for a high five.
Lily like stops and she's like thinking for a second, and if Februm still has the detect thoughts, then you see she's processing like, are there any spells that are going to hurt her if I do this?
Do I have active spells going? Do I have active spells?
And she finally decides no and gives you a high five.
Nice job, Lily. Very proud.
His Lily, do you end hold person, or do you like keep it going for a second?
I think she keeps it for a second.
Alessander is gonna like put his arms under Februm and just like pat him on the back, and he's like, "You did a good job," or "You did a good job," and just like drag him over to the side and station him.
Rotating.
Oh, and
Say high five.
without turning to look, she like opens her clenched fist, and he is not held anymore.
Great.
You know, you did better than I thought. Good job, buddy.
I did too.
I use a lot of spells for that.
We haven't lost this yet. It's okay.
Alrighty. Winnie and Zephyr. What are y'all bringing to the table?
Say, what do
I
you mean
don't
you
know.
haven't lost yet? You're already at a disadvantage.
Yeah, we've lost.
I'm definitely gonna use my last bardic for I'm gonna say a mobile flourish. Pushing it 5 feet plus a D10 might help.
Okay.
And then there's something else I wanted to do and I automatically forgot what it was. I'm gonna do Mage Hand to give me that little extra range. Max, what do I have to spin to make this a performance?
You spin it however you want.
I
I
think
mean,
you
I
would
don't
have
know-
to be
I don't know how
trying
you
to
get-
distract her.
Yeah, I think it's more of a your performance is a distraction and less of a like boon to yourself.
I was gonna say, what if like while I was playing, I was just throwing myself into the dives more and more. I just want to make it a performance roll. I haven't made one the entire campaign.
This was not a performance heavy
I
campaign.
know.
That's not true. You made a performance roll during the fire drill.
Yep.
Oh, I did! Yeah! I
And we
forgot
all
about
know
the
that
fire drill.
Brutal.
And that was
Yeah.
that was fire, pun intended. And then I'm
I
gonna.
literally did a drawing of it. How dare you forget?
You're right. You're right. I'm gonna ask 2 things, Max.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to steal Wind Strike and target the ball, so every
Oh.
time it returned, I teleport it over to it, could I do that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And then I'm gonna hold, or at least like have it where if I see Winnie trying to directly interact with me, I'm gonna cast Plant Growth on her.
Okay.
Dang.
Cast
But
what
if
now?
she doesn't, I won't.
Cast what now?
Plant Growth.
It basically
Plant
makes your
growth?
movement speed way slower.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
It cuts your movement speed by a third, or
Yeah.
by 2/3.
Does freedom of movement stop that?
It does.
It does.
Well,
But I'm not
the
gonna.
answer.
Zephyr's not gonna do that unless she does something to interact with him specifically.
So not metagaming too much. Winnie,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'd like to cast guidance on myself.
Okay.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I would like to use thaumaturgy to create like tremors in the ground so he loses his balance every once in a while. And let me see what else. I would like to use enhance ability on myself.
Okay.
To probably be the best here. Probably Dex, right? In a game like.
Well, there are different ways to go with it. Because you could definitely use strength instead. It's just a different way to play.
Pummeling?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we'll do that. I don't get enough strength. So yeah, she'll do some bull strength with enhance ability.
Oh, we're gonna lose.
We've already lost.
I know.
I have more spell slots. That's just it.
And then
I didn't build
I didn't
my
use
character for volleyball.
Any luck points.
I didn't build it for.
And then if just in case Zephyr does try to mess with me at all, I would probably cast 9th level sleep on him.
Whoa.
9th?
It only lasts
Okay.
until I wake him up, right? So I'll just make him snooze till the game ends.
Did you say you're doing that, or you're doing that if I mess with you?
If you mess with me,
Oh, I think you're right
Okay,
about some other,
well,
bud.
I'm
gonna
not
be like,
night.
Oh,
actually.
no, no, no. Night, night.
Night.
she didn't use her 9th level slot, surprisingly. So
Well, because you just got it.
yeah.
Can I add
You got it with
something
the
I
level
totally
up.
Forgot about?
Oh yeah. Achieving 9th level sleep. Bye. Lose you lose. Ah, she's gonna say that. She's gonna cast that. She's gonna say it.
Oh my god.
This is brutal.
I gotta.
The girl came to kick ass.
This
and
is
take-
crazy.
I feel
is
like
it
I
too
need
late to
to
add
know-
something.
What happens in the atmosphere
No.
when you cast a 9th level spell?
Would I be able to create a non-magical trinket or illusionary image that can fit in my hand, roughly the size of a volleyball?
So
to
another
create, like-
volleyball.
Yeah, another volleyball.
Okay. What is this with? Minor illusion?
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation. Mm,
I
you can
know, like,
hold
that
both of
size
them. It's one of
Can I,
those of
like-
like you.
I know, like, you can't interact with it, but if I threw it, would that, or is it just like in my hand?
I don't.
It doesn't
think
really.
I think it's got a
specify.
30 feet, so you could probably like.
It's got 10 feet.
It's
Well, it's not.
You
fake.
could you
if you
could
make
use it like a
trinket.
fake out. Like you go to hit that one first and then hit the real one after.
Or like,
Yeah, I see it
use
working.
Like a fake
use
out.
it as you're hitting the ball and have it like split into two.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Something
Freaking
like that.
Naruto.
And then you get put to sleep.
And then
And then you pass out.
Well, I'm not I'm not interfering with you. I'm just
No, but Winnie
making
wants
an
to
extra
win.
ball. Okay.
And by Winnie, I mean
I have a
me.
feeling Winnie was gonna do that regardless, even if I didn't mess with her.
Okay,
When
I'm.
you're taking no prisoners.
It's like I'm fairly sure a 9th level sleep is going to put
Yeah,
Zephyr to
doesn't-
sleep no matter what.
I
Not
can
no
promise
matter
you
what.
It does not matter. It
But
doesn't help that we're still.
8, 16.
The average is about
it's,
100.
It's 21 d8.
Yeah.
Yeah, we also. I'm like 95% sure never got our HP back from when it was cut in half twice because we haven't
Yeah, your
rested
HP
yet.
is.
Yeah,
is
So
still
I'm at
cut-
43
it's still
hit
low.
points. So
Yeah.
you did it. I'm asleep. Unless
done
you
it.
somehow rolled 21 nat ones, which I highly doubt will happen. And I know this because I I did this shit on Aaron in my campaign
Let me see.
to
No,
to
but
try
I'm
and
not.
create some tension, and it didn't work.
that you did.
All right. What do I have y'all roll? I think what I gotta do. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
Zephyr goes, I'll show you.
You have like a 9th level spell.
And when he goes, I'll
Yeah.
show you.
I don't know what
Ninth
you do.
level spell.
That's wild.
Oh, I wanna.
We're not
play
gonna
with
use it
this.
the rest of the day.
Yeah, we're gonna sleep.
I mean, I'm not.
Okay. Okay. I think what we're gonna do is I want y'all to make initiative rolls
Mm.
Okay.
to see who gets to act first. Winnie is gonna roll with double advantage, and Zephyr will roll with disadvantage.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, so what's double advantage?
Just
3
say
times?
that you want her to go first, Max. Come on.
3d20. Hey, Winnie doesn't have a bonus to her initiative.
Does she not?
That's what
No.
a ninth
Yeah,
level
dude.
spell gets
Wait, I
you.
don't?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Oh, I must be
Okay,
thinking of
that's
someone
not-
else then.
That's not.
No,
bad.
Winnie has no bonus. Zephyr has a +5, but Winnie is spending
Oh.
a ton of magical energy, so she's rolling 3 dice, taking the highest. Zephyr is rolling 2 dice and taking the lowest.
I got a 22.
Got a 19.
I'm like, I don't think.
Well, what about guidance?
Oh wait. I counted wrong. It's 21.
Man,
Not that it makes much. I just don't want to
Uh-huh.
cheese anything.
Roll the guidance.
No, I flew out of it. Hold on. It flew out of my dice thing. Oh,
So at
shit.
21, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh, hold on.
Just you gotta roll it again.
No, I
don't-
lost it. It bounced
Oh.
out so far that it fell out of off my desk. Hold on.
Into the void.
Connor, I think it went in
Into
our
the
guitar.
Just get a different one.
Shake it. See if it's in there.
Or it went in our bag.
Shake it, shake it, shake it.
Oh, I found it! Yeah, no, I wanted to find it because I didn't want to step on it later.
The caltrops.
That's a 20.
Hey,
I only got a 1 on it.
Yes.
so
Suck.
Thank you, guitar.
we thought it went big when Lily and Februm stepped up to the plate. We are now met by 2 full spellcasters. Even though Zephyr's got a little paladin, paladins still are spellcasters. Only half casters. So you may not have a 9th level spell, but you got some powerful shit.
I'm smacking them around.
And there's a good like solid 30 seconds where the 2 of them are just buffing themselves. So it's just like
Charging up. Their hair is glowing.
We're screaming for 3
Um,
episodes.
like Winnie, that like blue streak becomes almost neon in your hair. As it like your hair kind of like becomes to kind of hold up with this like static element around you. Zephyr, you start like getting into it. You're like teleporting back and forth with the Steel Wind Strike. And someone like serves the ball. We'll say like it's probably Octavia. Like serves the ball like nicely.
Very
And then
fair,
there
surprisingly.
is this like flash of light as the 2 of them go ham. There's like teleportation. There's magic flying off, and then there's this moment where Winnie like smashes the ball down, and she takes this moment where Zephyr can see this, and probably the rest of the party for one of the few times you actually get to see all of the little magical particles around Winnie quickly condense into her body. Her whole form begins to glow this pale blue as a 9th level sleep gets released onto Zephyr. And it hits you instantly, and you're like wobbling, and you just kind of fall forward. It bounces off of your wrists, and as Winnie is like landing on the ground from casting this spell, she looks over to the side, and just out of her reach, the ball goes just on the edge of the court.
Oh.
So that is a point for the boys team.
Honk shoe, honk
Wow.
shoe. Can I flavor it as like Zephyr when he hits the ground, like his knees catch him, so he just like folds over himself, and then
Just face in the sand, like ass
face
up.
in the sand. Yeah, ass up, just arms out.
Absolutely.
I don't know why, I just think that'd be funny. The wind like knocks him over after a second.
Okay. Now, right, it's because y'all are throwing out all the stops. Y'all have resources and stuff to use, etc. We're ignore some of the finicky things. Gives me a little bit of a chance for the last bit of the game. I'm gonna have, I think, everyone is gonna roll a d4, and we're gonna add them all together. Girls are gonna get +2, boys get +1.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna use my misprinted D4. I'm not.
1.
2.
3.
Someone get a 4.
3. Oh.
Yeah!
No!
It's 1, 2, 3 versus 1, 2, 3.
And then
By
with the
1 point.
with the girls having a plus
That's
2 and the boys
crazy.
only having a plus 1, it is a narrow victory
Oh.
for the women.
Oh,
Oh wait,
Let's
did Axel and
go!
Iris participate?
They're on the
No.
sidelines.
Oh.
Actually, you look and Iris is not in view right now.
Oh.
She's not on the beach. But Axel is
Axel?
kind of like, yeah, he's just like kind of kicking he's like sitting on a little table that has a whole bunch of red cups on it and formed in diamond shapes. And his legs are kind of just like kicking back and forth as he's watching. You're doing great! Hit the ball! The magic goes off. It's like, good lord.
I like to think the sleep was at the very like
Yeah,
like,
the
towards,
Zephyr's
the
still
end of the
out.
game. Yeah, so
Mhm.
she kind of like goes up to him. She like kicks him.
Hey.
It's what evens it up,
Hey.
and then
Yeah.
when he's asleep is when we get our last point.
What? What happened? Did we win?
You lost.
Was it close?
It was close.
What
It
was
was
out?
pretty close.
You look
Okay.
back and Febrim's still being held.
Alistair's like, it was close, and he's like holding on.
Al's like,
It was
holding
close.
Yeah,
He's holding Febrim like under his arm side.
it was close. And the girls are just like,
I think
Wait,
Lily would probably
wait,
be
who-
pretty distracted
scored-
when she notices Iris isn't there.
mhm.
Who scored between me and Winnie?
Mm.
I have to know. It's kind of fuzzy. But I used a lot of magic. Did we guys?
I'm not getting involved.
Do you really
Febra?
want to know the answer to that question? I want you to look at her face and think carefully.
I feel like I misstepped somewhere. But
Oh,
I'm
so he
I
not
like that he
Sure.
says that when he
where.
casted a 9th level sleep on him.
Yeah.
I feel like I missed it somewhere.
I'd like to apologize.
Yeah,
Hi.
Octavia goes up to Alessander and she's like, well, sorry, love, you can't win them all.
So like I get a rematch at some point in time in the future, right?
You won't need to. Despite being knocked unconscious, you still beat me.
Well, I just meant like as a whole, like all of us. Like when this is over, I'm
yeah.
gonna run it back.
Of course.
Yeah, I have even more magic I can use.
Just expect to be knocked out by the ball in your face rather than by
Alrighty, y'all. Maybe we get some hors d'oeuvres over here. I just got some barbecue, freshly off the grill. Nothing too weird, and
Definitely not.
Crookton
magical.
promises that none of the meat was made from awakened creatures.
I don't feel like Ned would have a problem with that, but
No.
It's actually
feel like
mainly
that's-
mushrooms, but we like seasoned it up
Okay. really
really well. It's pretty good. It tastes almost exactly like meat.
Cool.
First we feast.
So yeah, the hors d'oeuvres are put out. It's not long before Iris comes back. And she will walk right up to you, Lily. Kind of like running a little bit. Not necessarily like she's a little excited. I'm not gonna lie too much. And she's gonna she grabs your hands. She's like, okay, I have a surprise for you.
Okay. Do I
Now-
need to close my eyes or something?
Yes. Don't. I'm not gonna ruin it.
Okay.
And she'll reach out her hand. We'll
She's
be.
like, wait a minute. I need to she
Oh, that
pulls
won't be
out
an
the-
issue.
okay.
Just your eyes. There's not much sound anyway.
Okay.
We'll be right back, everyone. And she will take your hand, and she's going to lead you off the beach, and into the forest, for a quick moment. Kind of navigates through some trees, but it doesn't take a long time. Okay. Now, open your eyes.
And she does.
And you will open your eyes to see a figure, translucent, floating, silent, but with tears in his eyes, as Corion?
Yeah.
Is that how you say it? Yeah. He floats in a ghostly visage right in front of you.
Her eyes start welling up with tears, and she kind of is at a loss for words at first. She looks to Iris, I think.
He's been here for quite a while.
Can you talk?
She kind of like glances over to him. What would his voice sound like? I think it comes out very crackly at first. As someone who hasn't like spoken in years. But I think eventually he cracks out a little. Oh, my little flower. Is it really you?
Of course. Yeah. That's us.
I've been waiting so long to see both of you. Come here. Just pause for a little bit. And he kind of like focuses, and you see like a little bit more corporeal aspect comes through him. He becomes a little less translucent. And he like reaches and pulls you both into a hug of sorts.
She hugs. And while she's like, why did you have to leave?
Aofik needed me to run a very dangerous mission into the waste. Should have been routine. I should have been back. I'm so sorry.
She kind of steps back. You don't need to be sorry. This is all I've wanted.
This is all I've wanted for quite a while.
Why did you decide to raise us in the first place?
well, I feel like y'all transition a little bit to like sit down.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest, at first, when you were both very, very little, it was an assignment. Aophic had noticed the presence of you two, and had assigned me as your caretaker. But as time went on, and I began to see the two of you flourish, I guess I never had the official talk with the two of you, but I never had children of my own. The Night Eyes were my everything. And being around the two of you in our little shack by the wash up, felt like home for the first time. You two were my family. Are my family.
She gets like choked up again. Did you know about us? Do you now? I kind of just found out a lot of this recently.
Only that you weren't originally from the material plane. Other information above that was too classified for Aophic to tell me, and as time went by and as we got closer, part of me didn't really care. You were there with me and was just happy to have the time with you. Iris has told me a little, but can't move much farther from this location, so.
Would you... She kind of looks to Iris real quick and then looks back at him. Would you want to come back?
Don't take this the wrong way, but knowing that the two of you are together and relatively safe, I think I'm content. And while I may have been quite a powerful Night Eye back in the day, I feel my powers would dwindle in comparison to what the two of you have been able to accomplish this far.
I thought you might say that. I'm just glad we get another moment.
I don't want to steal you from your party for too long, but if you wouldn't mind just telling me what I've missed, I think I would love that.
Yeah, Of course. And I think she starts telling her about the entire campaign
Yeah.
in quite a lot of detail. She's not too worried about how long it takes.
Mm-hmm.
She's telling
And-
it in as much detail as she can remember.
Yeah. And he just kind of sits there, listening with a smile the whole time. Iris will chime in occasionally when she has like, well, I think Iris does the little sister like, well, actually,
Yeah,
a
especially
couple of
with like
times.
that early like eclipse interaction stuff.
Yeah. She's like, well, actually, I wasn't like completely a part of the cult. Like, I was only like kind of affiliated with it, and I like didn't know all the bad stuff. And like, to be fair, like I thought I was with Lily at the time. But yeah, the three of y'all chat for a bit. Out near the edge of the forest. You eventually probably make your way over to his gravesite.
Mhm.
And you're not necessarily sure like how or anything, but you know that this is the closest point in the Twilight Grove to Aophik.
I assume there's like a moment of goodbyes at least.
Your story comes to a conclusion, and I think there's also a moment of just kind of like sitting and staring off into the waste. Just like kind of like watching the sand blow. And the kind of various bits of debris. Before Corion kind of will look to you and grab your hand. I think it's time.
Okay. Yeah.
He will, assuming that you're kind of sitting, he will he'll get in front of you and get down on his knees. Kind of take both of your hands in his. You are the strongest, most beautiful woman that I could have ever imagined. And I am so thankful to have even raised a little part of you. You take care of her, okay?
Yeah. And even though I've been destroyed and reconstructed again, you remain more of me than you know.
Selfishly, I am very happy to hear that. And I know that little part of me lives on with both of you. He will kind of like float in, and he'll kiss the top of your head. Then he'll kiss the top of Iris's head. Brings you both in for a hug that feels like it lasts an eternity. He'll stand up. I love you both. Always.
I love you too, Dad.
And with that, there's a light, warm glow of a soul completing its final purpose on the material plane. Is he kind of
go ahead.
he just kind of fades away and blows with the wind.
Lily starts like sobbing, but she kind of goes over to his grave, and like as she's like wiping tears, and she looks to Iris and chuckles a little bit. I don't even know if I know what they look like. Have you ever seen an iris?
Iris has this moment where she's like, she looks at you and kind of like begins to, because she's also like in tears.
Mm-hmm.
So she'll like look at you and begins to laugh herself. Not a single time.
She kind of looks around at the trees. I don't know if the grove has like hearing or something, but if you could put like an iris and a lily like on this grave here, especially if they could stay there for a really long time.
Kind of talk to the forest, and there isn't an immediate response to you, unless, is there anything else you wanted to do?
No.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I think she would wait for a response, and if not, she would like ask Feloy or Crookton or something.
You wait for a response. You get up and make like a quick travel back over. Feloy like comes with you. He's not busy, and Crookton seems, a little spacey for simple requests. But by the time that you get back to the grave, there are two freshly bloomed flowers growing next to each other in a way that they kind of intertwine once. Just rooted right where the grave is.
Yeah, I think Feloy says, well, the grove does have a way of doing that. Just a little bit of Crookton's magic. And he kind of gracefully leaves them. And I think Lily like takes Iris, like she hangs on her shoulder and just looks at the flowers.
Yeah. Anything anyone else wanted to do right now? People can drink, be merry, have food, kind of the whole 9 yards. But if no one has anything pressing that they would like to do, Lily, as you're sitting at the edge of the grove, where the barrier between this space and the material plane is the thinnest, you see light begin to kind of rise. The ambient light of the waste kind of begins to come up. you glance up, kind of like peeking your head out from underneath the tree coverage. And you see the purple crescent moon, what you would expect to see. But not only the crescent moon. You see, quickly approaching it, a full moon on a direct collision course with the crescent. As the light levels begin to slowly increase from this nice pale twilight to a bright white. And you kind of begin to feel the aura of Lunaris.
Couldn't give us one day, could ya?
The rest of the party begins to also see this, assuming that Lily and Iris start to make their way back to the rest of the party.
Well, when that happens, they will go expeditiously.
Yeah, it is about the same time that the two of them return back to the rest of the party that the rest of you start to see the full moon cutting away at where the crescent moon is, beginning to fill it in. You feel the aura of the goddess Lunaris beginning to press down upon this space.
Where's Mom?
I was gonna say, where's Crookton?
Mom!
Crookton kind of begins to frantically look about. She quickly runs over to Winnie. And she will grab both of your hands, shrinking kind of down into her normal humanoid size. Thought we would have more time. I really did. Feloy, can you come here, quickly?
He is there.
Crookton is going to take a crystal that she usually wears around her neck, and she's going to take it off and she's going to put it around Feloy. I have been slowly pouring bits of myself into this crystal over the past several centuries. It should give you the power to hide everyone else. Even from Lunaris.
What?
I am entrusting you to keep the rest of them safe.
I don't understand. What are you doing?
Feloy, do you understand?
I understand.
Mom.
Winnie, I am so happy that I got the opportunity to see you, to meet you, to see the woman that you've become. Winnie, I love you so much, and I never want you to forget that.
I already lost you once. I can't. You're not.
She puts her finger underneath your chin and kind of raises it up. You're gonna do miraculous things. Things that I couldn't do for millennia. I love you so much, Winnie.
I love you too.
But be good and find a good place to hide.
Okay.
Lunaris is going to stand back up. She returns to her larger form, towering 10 to 12 feet in the air. You see there's a quick wave of her hand as all of the party decorations, the food, the volleyball court, all disappear in kind of a purple haze and twilight. She begins to kind of look up into the sky as the full moon begins to cut farther away into the crescent. You see the purple twilight around you begin to kind of burn away, replaced by this pale white light. There is a final moment where she looks back at you and your group. Urdusk has also kind of joined. Margot, everyone is kind of piling together. And she makes eye contact with Feloy and just gives you a nod.
We will meet with you as soon as we can.
Thank you, Feloy, for everything you've done for me.
Thank you for giving my people a home.
All right. She turns to the sky. Feloy, you activate an illusion. It takes you kind of by surprise. As Crookton herself was an illusionist at heart, is one of her specialties, and the amount of energy that she has poured into this crystal, first of all, is enough to pretty much cloak you from any entity, so long as you're in the grove. But it also has enough energy to sustain the grove for probably several years, assuming that you don't add any major modifications. The illusion goes up. You're all able to still see through it, but there is a haze to it, like looking through a thin sheet. As like the exact moment the illusion completes, there is a beam of light that hits the pool of water. As Crookton turns, you see her take her godly form, not this scientist, not the mother, but the goddess of the crescent moon. You see a crescent appear behind her, almost like a halo. Her robes dress out. They seem to go on endlessly as she is met by the visage of Lunaris. Full moon behind her head, white flowing robes with golden sparkles. I don't know if their voices are too similar, so Lunaris will begin speaking. Ah, sister! It has been far too long. I have been searching for you for quite some time. Is this where you've been keeping yourself? Oh, hello, sister. This is, research of my own. Oh, you always have loved your research, haven't you? Oh, I just adore how you meddle with all these tiny things down here. It is quite inspiring at times. Oh, I thank you, sister. May I ask why you've come? Oh, well, you must know. You must have sensed it. The fall of Aothic. I did send you several messages that you did not respond to, but I'm sure they've just been lost. There is a chance with those kinds of things. Oh, I don't think I've received any of those, but I did notice. Well, I have come here to humbly request your aid. There is a disturbance on this plane. Those who are plotting against us. Plotting to take down what little bits of civilization we have left. And you know how mortals can be, getting us into all this trouble in the first place. Oh, I have heard that. But surely this is something that you can handle on your own. Well, you know, I have been doing such a great job myself, and have seemed to have been stretching myself a little thin in the most recent days. And I think the three of us, it is high time that we've assemble. Don't you think? If that is what you think is best? I should say, though, I've been making quite the breakthrough here. Oh, I'm sure your little research can be put on pause for just a moment. You know, family is family. Or should I have to remind you of a few things? Oh, that won't be necessary, sister. I remember quite well. Oh, lovely, because I would just hate to have a reoccurrence of that little incident. But with that, I would cordially like to welcome you to the Celestial Plane. Immediately, if you would. Let me just check on a few things. No, that won't be necessary. This little experiment of yours is over. And you will be returning to the Celestial Plane with your sisters. And I will hear no further discussion of it. Crookton kind of glances back, looking directly at you, Winnie, even though there's no way that she'd be able to see you directly. Of course. Family is family. After you, sister. No. After you. Of course. And Crookton steps forward, walking easily across the top of the water. Little pools being created in her stead. She enters the beam of light, turns around, and just bows her head in your direction as she is sucked up into the air. Lunaris remains for a second. As soon as Crookton disappears, the cheery demeanor vanishes. She looks around. What a pathetic waste of time. She steps into the light as well, quickly vanishing. The light disappears and the gloom fills back in. And the illusion drops. And that's probably where we're going to end it for tonight.
Oh,
Man,
Max,
this
we
beach
were having
episode
so much
turned
fun.
into a bummer.
How long have you been sitting on that? How
As
long?
soon as things turn sour.
A while.
Yeah.
Crookton is still a celestial goddess. She is also not the shard bearer.
Yeah.
It is a miracle that Lunaris left her alone for this long.
True.
And you all, today, claimed another shard for your party.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So Lunaris is getting a little nervous.
She should be. Ugh.
But yeah, that is tonight's episode. Thank you all so much for joining us. Hope you had a fantastic time. I know I did. I hope my players did as well. Julia?
Drink water. It's very good for you. I downed an entire thing of water, so I really have to go to the bathroom, but I'm here for every bit. But water's good for you, and it helps you. Drink it.
Fantastic. Dane, anything new from you?
Nope. Uploads are still everywhere. Trying to keep them on Mondays. I don't know how well that's gonna be. And if you watch the VODs on YouTube, you're gonna get the VODs as they are with the title that Max provides. If you listen to them on Spotify, I kind of play around with the titles a little bit. I just had an ongoing bit finally end from the point that Lily died to the point that she was brought back. So if anyone caught that, awesome. But yeah, it's fun. Watch it. Tell people to watch it. It'd make us very happy.
Yeah. One final thing that I was just thinking, but Feloy now has a new title. You are Steward of the Grove.
Hmm.
Wholesome, but
Um,
also nervous.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you all so much, and we'll see you next time. Have a good night, everyone.